Coming to the end of our Atlanta experience, just can't help but smile and think back to all of the wonderful dreams that we had about this trip actually coming true, and actually the dreams being totally superseded by the reality that Coca-Cola United put together for us on this Atlanta experience. The attention to detail and the care for our students so that they could experience and they could learn all that they learned on this trip was just so evident.
Wow!
You did a really good job. I was quite impressed.
I came here and I was like, wow. Like, this is stuff that not everyone gets to do.
The taste comes like after you already swallowed it. Like the aftertaste is stronger than the actual taste of it. In a good way.
This was really like a life-changing experience.
Everything we've done is, you can't say fun, because fun, you can have that somewhere like Six Flags. This is something that you won't really experience a lot, or most people don't experience.
I think some of my favorite time with our students was some of these reflection times that we would do in the evenings or in the mornings. And it was after these busy days where we had just a jam-packed schedule, but really intentional experiences and people pouring into their lives.
Mr. Ragland, because his story inspired me, someone being racist to him, and he didn't get mad or like react in a negative way and let it bother him or tear him down. Instead, he let it build him up, and now he is the director of the entire Atlanta division.
In his story, he killed the person with kindness and overcame his hardships. Mr. Suko.
We were thrilled to have him to be a part of this.
I like that he started his talk with us with his parents, their background, and how they came up.
Because my parents spoke out, and for that they were persecuted. They were able to get out of Cuba in the early 60s. In 1962, my oldest brother was 13 days old. They had a window of time to escape, and they got out.
Because a lot of people just start talking about themselves and how they came up, and the fact that he explained to us where his parents came from and why he's the person he is today was really cool to me.
His 3 Ps, pray, plan, and performance, just giving me a new perspective on how I should take the day. And
my grandfather used to tell me, he said, dictators can take everything away from you, except for 2 things. They cannot take away your work ethic, the kind of person that you are, and they can't take away your education.
all of them were just wonderful men, and men that I can look up to.
Mr. Hill is like my buddy. He's like enthusiastic.
Definitely something to keep in mind, right? Not saying you have to go to HBCU, but I'm always a proponent of it. And that's something that we do, that we make sure that we invest into our schools and our communities locally.
Miss Christie, she pretty much organized this entire trip.
I have a bag for everybody, including my chaperone. So if I were you, I would just go around and just get one of everything. Y'all can go and play snack roulette or trade them off.
Christmas morning.
Later, but just grab one of everything and then you can decide if you like it or not once you get in your room.
Well, y'all stayed here with us, educated us about Coke, South Metro, going inside to the warehouse and stuff, seeing that.
Miss Allen, I just thought she was so cool, especially with it being Women's History Month. You know, you don't see a lot of women doing the jobs that they do. You, Miss Allen, and Miss Christie really took the cake on that one.
And having the people in the room, on the tours, talking about their lives, talking about their experiences that they had in their lives and how they could pour into our students is just my favorite part of the whole trip. I learned so much, and I know our students learned so much.
And what you guys have done through this trip here at Coca-Cola has provided our students with that social capital, with that exposure to opportunities that I'm sure many could only dream about, and they got to experience it during this week.
I had, I think, 2 or 3 kids after that come up to me and be like, man, that was really neat. I could really relate to that, and I could see myself doing something like that. And we're even thinking about, you know, even applying to work at Coke so they could have something like that in their journey.
You're over there.
I'm coming around here, yep. So, oh, yeah, let me do that.
So y'all, they have no idea. They said they gave them clues and told them that they're gonna enjoy tonight, but they have no idea that it's the best flower.
Yeah. So seriously on the road.
Yeah, he said
He asked if you seriously. They are.
We really appreciate you all here in Atlanta this week, and that's from the Atlanta division. Atlanta Hawks is a big partner of Coke United and the Coca-Cola company here in Atlanta. So we want you to take that back with you, remember it. But there's one more surprise. With these jerseys, I would like for you to wear them tonight at the game against the Golden State Warriors. That's not your name on those jerseys, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so what we got here is we got jerseys with your name on it.
Fancy.
I see. So who's Walker?
Right there.
Is that you, Walker?
My cousin, his last name is my last name, Williams. And so I was going to give him the Williams jersey, and I was going to keep the signed jersey. Just give any souvenirs that I got from the trip to members of my family.
That was my first NBA game that I went to. Super exciting.
Only important people get on the court. That experience was just wow. Not many people at all are able to take a picture on the court.
Our students want to see and dream bigger than what we see in our current realities, and those are some of the things that give us the dreams to think about what could be.
There are certain keys, in my opinion, that will allow people to be successful. And very little of it has to do with what's happened in the past, but it's about what we do to drive forward.
What could be in the future, what I could be, what are some of the realities that maybe I never even thought of before, but now I'm thinking about because of what Coke did for us on this Atlanta experience.
These were opportunities that growing up in the inner city of Birmingham for many students would not be possible. We've had men and women to have the heart to want to expose our students to more than what's there in the community of Fairfield. Through these opportunities, we hope just a small window to be open for these students to realize and look through and say, hey, that could be me. That could be my opportunity for the future.
I know wow is technically a word, but wow would definitely be one. I felt like I was in shock this whole trip, and I don't think you really registered about everything that we did yet.
We at Restoration Academy, we don't take for granted these opportunities or expressions, I should say, of how much you care about our kids, and we really do appreciate it. And just want to say thank you once again from the students and the staff and the supporters here at Restoration Academy.